Good evening. Here I am back again after almost 14 days of absence. I was ill and it was not the best experience of my life, but here I am back again bringing fresh news from our surroundings to you again. We didn't miss much, so the edition should be as usual. This week we bring also the events of the first Advent week of our Advent calendar, so stay tuned. Let's begin. My Sims camera was the review we published 2 weeks ago and reported about this in last minute news in last edition. This time the reviewer was Garla, who clearly expressed her opinion about the game. Read what he has to tell you about the game, especially if you are pondering a thought of buying it. This week we begin our Advent calendar for this year. On our site you will be able to see how we open window after window of it every day, because the events will be on different places from our site to forum and our TV. Visit our site and look up for surprises of the Advent calendar. As Advent calendar is offering you one new thing every day, so here's KN's Game of the Year introduction page as well. The page is a part of Advent calendar, but the games we will pick to be placed for voting for Game of this year will be introduced separately on the site besides Advent calendar surprises. If you will visit GoTo9 page frequently, you will find links there, so stay tuned to it. Lego Indiana Jones 2 is about to come in on our TV. You are able to watch a trailer which is really very interesting. It puts people and Lego toys together in one brilliant movie piece. Enjoy. The Knihgt-Nui Wizard is going into second episode of third series, and after a mysterious beginning in which someone steals Earthstone in second episode titled Bob's Army, Wizard and his team has to find this mysterious Bob and his army if they are about to get known what this Earthstone is at all. Do they find Bob and his army, and what happens next? You will know if you will watch the second episode of the Knihgt-Nui Wizard on our TV. After publishing the news about Monkey Ball Step and Roll on our forum, you are able to watch a trailer on our TV as well. According to trailer, the game seems to be fun, so enjoy the trailer and go for the game. Pichu has his first Christmas special on our TV with all new episode of Pichu Hit and Run, but as this is the second event of our Advent calendar, we'll say more about this later. We've reached exactly 450 uploads to our TV, among which you are able to see a lot of interesting trailers, 62 regular and 3 special editions of Knight-Nui news, and quite some series of our own production, among which the most beloved are the Knihgt-Nui Blastoise, the Knihgt-Nui Wizard, Pichu Hit and Run, and many more. We hope we will reach 500 uploads until the end of the year, so stay tuned to our TV and watch. Our Advent calendar finally began, and for the topic of the week we have chosen to put the discussion about it on. See what brings our Advent calendar every day and join us in the discussion about it on our forum. This week we had unusual image crisis on our forums. From unknown reason all buttons and what is such stuff has gone, and our admins put special effort to bring the things back to normal. Now it appears everything works like it should, but if you still notice something wrong, the topic is open for you to give us a message and tell us about this. Final 2 specials of 10th Doctor are dated, and we bring the dates of their broadcast as well as some details about both episodes. Read the details in Doctor Who news section. Miles Reminiscence published the link to his very interesting story with title The Reckoning. Following the link you will be able to read a very interesting version of the story. Follow the link in the topic and come back for discussion, or rate and comment the story there on the site. Enjoy reading. Ghost's story continues. The happenings are still going on in Home Harbor. You will be able to read what Father, Ghost's leader, is doing while ghosts are already gathered on the beach and are waiting for him to explain them what is going on. Will they be patient enough to wait for Father's final arrival, or will they angrily go off the beach at last? Read in the story. It doesn't happen many times that one place would get the name of one street or road after some game or movie character, but it's very likely to happen in Derby, where Council ponders Lara Croft Way. We publish this news in Gaming News, where you also can find the link of the website where you can give your vote for or against the name. If the suggestion wins, Derby will have its Lara Croft Way. You surely still remember the Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks trailers we broadcasted on our TV and all the news we brought about the game. You maybe even still remember the date when it should be released. Now we performed kind of countdown to the release that only week parts us from the big date for all Zelda fans. The discussion is still going on in gaming section of our forum and our cheerful staff began the countdown. And at the end we just couldn't pass this. Yes, you are right. We are speaking about football, or soccer as you wish. World Cup 2010 draw which was performed yesterday in Capetown. The long and colorful ceremony brought all countries of the Knight-Nui members in the same group, so this competition when it begins will surely be very interesting. Having my country, Slovenia, participating in the championship only for the second time, I surely am full of expectation and excitement. The discussion about the draw is open in our general discussion section in sport topics, so you're welcome to join in and discuss, predict or just comment the whole thing. Since we last reported about how our teams are doing in blackout rugby, many things happened, especially KN Rugby, Touroni's team, and Killer Cows, Granco's team, are quite successful. The new season started a month ago and so far both teams are doing good and Touroni is featured in small manager interviews for this week. Congrats Touroni from news redaction as well. You are able to read the whole interview in the topic too. As every year we've got the new logo this year as well. If you remember we had various versions of logos until now, from snowflakes to snow under the Knight-Nui letters and more. But this time here's something totally different and by my opinion special, and take a look for yourself. Go to our forum and take a look for yourself. Data brings us the first Christmas special this year, and this time Pichu is the one who kicks off with all the specials that will follow in this period of time until Christmas. What Pichu is up to this time, go to our TV and take a look by yourselves. Every year at this time we are at least starting to prepare the things for kind of biggest event of the year, voting for the game of the year. Third day of the advent calendar brings us the introduction page to the whole thing where you will be able to find all links to the nominated games in the future. The choice itself will in majority not count as an advent calendar event, but you surely can expect the first introductions of the nominated games. Visit our site frequently to see the nominations for this year. As FIFA draw for next year's Football World Cup was in place at the evening, we for this day published our own draw for the event you never have seen before on KN. This will not be football matches in between KN nations but several events in which rounds different skills will be in place to show. Today at noon there was a draw for the first round in the final groups you are able to see in general discussion. This will be everything for tonight. A lot of things happened from my illness which prevented me from broadcasting the news last Saturday to Cardiff Blues game against Australia, which they unfortunately lost, and to yesterday's World Cup 2010 draw which brought all countries of our network members into one group. However, the things are slowly returning to their normal ways. In this time there also are a lot of charity events and actions going on, among which I picked Cardiff Blues Supporters Club donation to TIHF and Hospic and participated with my humble share. On my Twitter you can find the link to join me in supporting Blues Supporters Club charity event. If nothing special happens, we will return next Saturday with fresh news and new events in our advent calendar. In the meantime you're welcome to visit our site, TV, and join us on our forum where there's always something interesting to discuss and read. Good night from Knihgt and Knight-Nui staff.